It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Zamir White. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Nighthawks and the Voyagers. Next on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage and maybe 6.
To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're underway here in Omaha. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading them out is their second-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Right to the air, it's Levis. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be second down. From the gun, Levis. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So on 4th down, it's going to be Cameron Johnston out to put a charge into this one. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So they come on offense now, readying for their opening drive. And they're brought out by the reigning MVP, the second of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. He calls his own number again. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play fake, Jackson. Finds his running back, Rick Estime. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. They're now set for 1st and 10. Lamar off to play fake. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Recovered by the defense.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now, following the turnover. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Here's Cameron Johnston to punt it away once more. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. The Nighthawks and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. Man in motion here. Play action now with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's on the move. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Audric Estime. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Jackson. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Blitz coming, Lamar. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. From the gun, Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Lamar now from the gun. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And they're going to have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, But I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the red zone now. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Nighthawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Deontay Hardy to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Olave with the catch. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Ashton Davis there on the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running back sent in motion. Levis out of the pistol. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll try left side out of the option. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 47. Escapes the pocket. Taking off with it again.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and short yardage, Levis. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Levis. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that gives them the 1st. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. This is complete to Olave. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Option play. Here's Montgomery. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A toss play, Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Levis from the shotgun. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Jason Myers lining up for the field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
His return starts at the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Nighthawks are ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Here's the option give to White. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Lamar back to throw. He'll get this complete to White. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Dump off caught by his back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat. Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. He'll cobble together a yard there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
3rd and long, here's Levis. Forced out to his right. He's running for it. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that 1st down.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
The Voyagers getting ready to punt this skyward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Play fake, Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Offense to the line for second down. Running it after the penalty. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Now it's Lamar. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Now here he goes again. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lamar off to play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Nighthawks flying out their punt team. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Levis back to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Voyagers driving. Throwing now on first down, Levis. He's got it near the 8. And in for the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on a football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Voyagers push their lead to 3. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. The Nighthawks ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. First down throw for Jackson. It's into the hands of White. Space past the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, here's Lamar. Estime makes the catch. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Jackson yet again. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Lamar throwing again. Rolling left, buying some time. He takes it himself. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a first down. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On target to his man, Estime. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On 1st down, Jackson. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Lamar. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. Slot man motioned over. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Nothing on that play, and now it's 4th and goal from the 2.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Putting a receiver in motion. Shotgun handoff to Estime. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. It gives him Montgomery to start the drive. Breaking through the 15 into the 2nd level. And he takes this one up just shy of the 20 to the 19. That brings us to the break. The visiting Voyagers holding an early advantage. Now we'll get you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Receiver in motion, headed right. Drive starts with a carry by White. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And they'll have 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. They go play fake with Jackson. He rolls to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now here's Lamar. That's brought in by White. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Jackson. And that one's going to hit the turf. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So it'll be second down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Jackson's gonna throw again. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll give him a first down. Play action now with Jackson. Excellent. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Lambeau able to put it through. And that will tie things up in the third.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now this offense getting set to work here. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack. I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Escapes the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And it ends up a good return for them, up past their own 40. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And now they face second down. Try the right side with White. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Sending the tight end in motion left. Jackson now on third. He's on the move. He's running with it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. slated downs to approach here from the 40. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running on 2nd with White. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Changing it up here, Jackson. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Play fake, Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're gonna get there and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. They'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him 2 yards there, and it's now 3rd and 14. Now it's Lamar. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of 3 points, quarter 3 remains tied. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
To the outside and complete to Olave. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. It's Montgomery on the counter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Levis escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They motion the slot man right. From the 25 on 2nd down. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. Third and short yardage, Levis. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll go down here at the 16. That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. Levis out of the pistol. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They bring Thomas in motion. He has the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Voyagers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense getting set to go. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
Here's the option give to White. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
From the gun, here's Estime. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Motioning one of the tight ends. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's tackled for a short gain. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Uh-oh, he can't escape, he's brought down. And the defense comes through. That's gonna back him up and bring up 4th down.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got this at the 27. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Works his way to the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And they're going to have a 1st down. Shotgun now for Levis. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Levis from the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's Duvernay on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's into the hands of Wright. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 34. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They send a tight end in motion. 1st down, here's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Here's 2nd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Taken off with it again. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st down, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 6 now. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. That's the 2-minute warning here from Omaha. Nighthawks gotta score in a hurry. They're gonna throw it on 3rd and long. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's incomplete. He's gonna wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still gonna bring up 4th down. To throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Montgomery now up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A tight end in motion now. 3rd and short, he's taking the option right. And they make the stop, we're gonna say at about the 37-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Handoff headed left to Montgomery. And he'll take it ahead down to the 33. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. A give now to Montgomery. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Voyagers as we say goodbye from Omaha.